Привет, it's joanaswan. Today I'm going to talk about how my mom saved my life when I catch the coronaviruses. You might not know, but back in August, I got really sick and I need to seek help to recover. But I don't live in the same country as my mom, and I was not feeling that weak, but my mom catch it that my tiredness, my headache were not usual, and that I need to get tested. I was like, Mom, don't worry, this is nothing. I can just take a rest and I will feel much better. I don't need to get tested. I don't think I catch the virus. So I had friends who caught it, but I was not near them, and she was like helping them, get back on their feet and give a lot of advice. And when the coronavirus situation started to be really bad, she sent me a huge packages with different herbs that I can use in case I'm going to catch the coronavirus, and also to boost my immune system. So I had it, I just put it in place and don't even think about it. But like, my mom insisted of me getting tested, and I said, don't worry, Mom, it's fine, I'm gonna go back to work on Monday. I don't think I have it. But she insisted that I went to seek a doctor so I can have a prescription so I could take the test. So I did what I can. I work on Monday, and it was very hard for me to work and focus. So what happened after, I decided to call my doctor and say, when's the best time I could see you, because I don't feel good and my voice is getting worse and worse and I'm coughing more and more. So I may have a flu, but I don't think it's the coronavirus. So I went to see the doctor, and he agreed that I was not in a good shape, and he gave me the test for the virus and to be tested for the coronavirus, sorry. And the thing is, like, I said, can I please have a doctor notes for this afternoon, because I have to left work earlier than I was supposed to, so I need to give a note. And it turned out that the notes for the day was for the week, because I was very weak, and he started giving me a medication to make sure I don't have an infection in my pulmonary. And I was like, okay, I'm going to take the rest. I was tired anyway. So I say that week of rest could be very good for me. So I took it, regarding that I'm going to lose some money, because when you're sick, you don't have the same paycheck. So what happened is that I went to get the test on Tuesday, and it was fine. I do like a full checkup, like to make sure I don't have anything else. And what appeared is that I did the coronavirus test, but by blood. So it turned out to be negative. So I was like, you see, Mom, it's negatives. You were worried about nothing. I'm just waiting for the other test to have it confirmed. So the next day, I got a call from the lab, and I'm like, they don't call people if the test is negative, right? Do they? So I got a call from the lab because I was waiting on the result by email, and they told me I'm positive. And then everything just changed, my life just go like this in just 1 second. Who I was in contact with, a lot of questions to ask. I need to get in touch with my physical doctor. I got the National Security Services calling me, asking who I was. I have to tell all the friends that I was in contact the past few days, and it was easy because the lists were pretty short, very, very short, and it was the same people. And they asked question if you want them to call your friends anonymous, or you want them to give your name or not. I say, give my name, it's fine. So then my friend texted me and said, Joanna, I got a call from the National Security Department, and I have to have the conversations. And I decided not to tell people that were not involved in my life, that were not in contact with me, that have nothing to do with me, that are not super, super, super close. not to tell them at first because I could not handle like too much question. Do this, drink tea a lot, do this, a lot of advice, and my head was gonna go crazy. I was already taking paracetamol, just for the headaches. So having a lot of people like telling you more and more, it will be too hard because I already make a video in French, but having the fact that I have the coronavirus, I make a video a little bit about living with it, and it was really hard because at that moment when I have it, I have to acknowledge, and I have my good days and bad days, but mostly bad days because it's not like you're lying to people. You kind of tell people that you're feeling much better than you really are, so they don't get over worried too much. And you also have that problem that you're unable to do things that you used to do on a normal basis. Everything takes more time. And for example, I could not cook anymore. I was putting something on the stove or in the oven, mostly oven because it was faster for me. And I will put it there, and I have to put a timer because it was a pain. Because a few minutes later, I'm like, why the oven is on? So I know I'm affected also with the taste. The taste was different. I usually don't put a lot of salt and everything, and then some of the food that I was cooking and I was putting more spices to it, I didn't feel it. I have to put more to start, touching it. Some stuff that used to be very, very salty to me kind of feel like okay to eat, and that's where I said I really have some trouble. And I was supposed to go back to work after 2 weeks. I did another test. It was positive. I still have a lot of signs, and I see a lot of different doctors because my primary physical doctor was on holiday, so I have to see a different one. And they keep adding my sick days and days and days. And I was like, when is gonna end? Like, my workload for now is about a month, and it was very, very bad. And every time I opened my computer, I saw the number of email rising up. The request is like, please do this when you come back. Please do it when you come back. And when I'm gonna be back? And that really killed me. I'm like, I can't see it anymore. So I stopped logging on my computer. And what I did is I was sending everything to my personal mail, so I don't have to connect to my work computer. So it's closed. So I'm not seeing this. So I'm not adding more stress because I have a lot of symptoms for coronavirus, but I didn't have the fever. I had the cough. I have problems here talking. My voice was on and off. I was very, very tired. I am a person who can sleep 4 hours a night and be good. And lately I've been sleeping 2.5 hours, and I was sort of okay. But now I was sleeping 9 hours and a half, and all the things I do is eat, sleep, of course, take a shower, and I feel useless. I'm not doing anything. So I start doing some chest exercise because I have to make sure my breathing got better because my breathing was getting really bad. I did a lot of self-medication with the help of my mom, using a lot of her herbs. What I do is I do a lot of tea with it, and the tea were not always nice. Taste was not the best, trust me, but I have no choice. And I was breathing through it, and my advice for when you have hot water and you had a lot of essential oil, a lot of herbs and stuff like that, you feel better. And what I did is I put a towel on top of me and I was breathing to it, and it was not enough. I didn't have a lot of voice, but I did my best. And I said the best way for me to have the hot steam coming in is to sing. So I was singing a lot of songs from the Lion King movie because I love Hakuna Matata. I just want to be a king, but I sing them in French because that's how I know them. So I was singing those songs, and I produced this a compilation about 20 minutes, about Hakuna, all the songs, including Hakuna Matata and the circle of life and everything. And I was singing to him for 20 minutes. And for 20 minutes, I was bringing him and out, and he was coughing too. And after that, my nose was running. I have a lot of mucus coming out. And I also have that problems about not knowing what to do exactly, because I have one doctor telling me to stop taking the cough medicine because I need to cough, and the medicine is not letting me cough. And then I say, you need to take it again, right? Because you need to stop coughing for a while because it hurts your chest too much. I have to do a lot of scan, MRI, to test if everything's not doing so bad. And after my chest pain, I started having back pain, and I found out that they were all related, because when you've been coughing for 4 weeks in a row, you hurt different part of your body. So it was okay for my body to be weak and say, listen, you kind of push it too much. We're not used to for you to be sick for that long. So what you need is like just taking a rest. And the thing is, like, right now, I went back to work this week and it's awful. I'm not taking it well, not at all. I have tons of workload, and they keep adding a workload to me. And I'm like, how am I going to be able to do all of that? Like, I feel like I needed to have like easy and smooth coming back to work, because technically I could still be on sick leave. But the main reason I got back is because I know my workload will be really bad, and I don't want it to make it even worse by just staying sick longer. And right now it's like, you're gonna take 1 more week of resting, but then you're gonna come back. The workload will be even more hell. And people are saying that I didn't do stuff before I got off, but I was not there when they did the request. So no one is there to protect me and having my back. And if you don't know what kind of job I have, I'm an executive assistant. So you know that workload is not the only thing that, you know, is really hard for us to manage, is that we have to anticipate to do a lot of things and to be proactive. And right now I'm already tired because recording a video is taking a lot of me on tool. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to do a strong editing. I'm just going to do the basics. I'm not going to do a lot of cuts, because that time I'm going to put for edition, it's like tiresome for me and I cannot manage it. So that's why this channel lately has been having a lot of live video, because I do a lot of preparation before and after all my video in the edition. So it means that I do a lot of work just before, and when I'm done, I click on live and go. And I have also my great community who tell me, what are you doing? How are you? Are you well? They were really kind and very lovely to me, because I was very grateful to have such a community that know me so well, that were so understanding when I stumbled on words, because I have to think more than I used to. My brain doesn't function as fully and nice that it used to be, and it's very frustrating. I cannot go out with a mask too much because it's hard for me right now just to breathe normally. Think about having a mask can make it even harder. I haven't been partying, doing anything crazy since the confinement. In French, it was like starting in March till May. People are shocked that I have the coronavirus, because I tell them after 3 or 4 weeks. I start telling my friends, not right away, because the conversation is too much. And they're like, how come you have it? Because I used to do grocery with gloves, and I wiped out everything, and I paid attention to what's going on. And I went to Sweden. And if you want to see the video, you have to go to my other channel, joanaswan travel. And I didn't have anything. They were doing like physical distance. And I caught it in Paris. So I make also a post. It was in French, and I compare having the coronavirus is like having a car accident. It's like, for example, you might be one of the best driver. You're a kind person when you're driving. You're letting people go. you don't speed, you make sure you don't drink and drive, you don't taste and drive. But the thing, you don't control what other drivers are doing. If the driver is drunk, coming back from party, having a hard day, is on the phone and just hits you really bad, what you gonna do? You on the stop sign, you were ready to go, and somebody didn't see the stop sign and just hit you. There's nothing you can do. You might be the best driver, having the best car protection. You cannot take away the fact that you had that car accident, and that's really hard. So I just want to thank my mom for being a pain to me, not letting me get out of my grade and say, go get that test, do this, take that medicine, take that take those herbs, because she make me take it, vitamins with a lot of vitamin C, the zincs, and a lot of magnesium to boost my immune system. To say, don't worry about the money, don't worry about anything, focus on your health. And when you have a parent that catch you back so well, it's like remove some of the stress. Because I start ordering food online, they start telling some of the family member that I was sick. I didn't tell the family mostly, and I have, like, for example, like a huge surprise because I got homemade food from, Caribbean food, because I'm from Haiti. So I have like great Asian food. Bringing home is my favorite meal. It's like bananas. I love those banana, and I bring it home with salads. And I've been eating a lot of onions and everything, and a bit of grocery, and it was very helpful. But I am thinking, if my mom hadn't stood up and act really fast at the beginning, how bad it will have turned out. How would I be right now? I won't be facing you, because you are my community. You helped me actually pass through it, because I said, Joanna, you need to do things to keep your brain working. So let's do video. Find a way to keep doing video. So this is how you manage me to kind of stay on track. My mom, she did it all. She really pushed me, really encouraged me. And the reason I know that is because when I took the blood test that I was negative, and the nose one that was positive, they say that my body doesn't know yet fully with the blood say that I have the virus, and is not finding the virus. It's in my nose because I just got it. So I got tested early enough to know that I need to take quick action. I need to do this. So I was not waiting for the test result to actually boost my immune system and start feeling better. My mom did not play with it, and I'm glad that she was there, and she's still there checking on me. She's still asking me, even sometimes I say, Mom, leave me alone. She's asking me if I keep doing a treatment that she gave it to me, because she's in the medical field, and a lot of my family members are in the medical field. And it's because of her, because of them, I'm right here talking to you. Yes, I'm doing YouTube videos, but having a job, because for example, on Wednesday, I worked from 8:45 to 7 p.m. and I was totally exhausted. It's hard for me just to wake up in the morning and stay up for a full day. It's hard for me to do so. To stay up while working require a lot of energy that I don't have. And don't listen to people who say, oh, me, I got the coronavirus. I barely have any symptoms. 15 days later, I'm back to work. I know a body who was just in bed for 1 week. Don't listen to them. Listen to yourself. Because the coronavirus doesn't affect everyone the same way. We don't have the same immune system. We don't have the same body. We don't have the same disease. We're totally different. If you need a month, 2 months, 3 months to feel okay, take the time to feel okay. Right now, I'm not fully back there. I know a lot of people caught it way back in March, and they are not 100% back. And we don't know how it's going to affect us. So don't feel ashamed or bad or whatever feeling you may have that are negative. If you cannot handle yourself correctly, if you cannot function yourself correctly, if you're hard time, if you're losing things, if you're lightheaded, it's fine. Just take care of yourself, because this disease is not a joke. And thanks all of your friends and your family that are there for you, that are taking care of you, that are cooking great healthy food to make sure you're back on your feet. They are checking on you. Sometimes they might be a pain. You might be, oh my God, it can be just leave me alone with all of that. I just want to stop thinking about the coronavirus for just 30 minutes, for just a half a day. But they're that way because they care about you and they want you to get better. So please take care of yourself and don't worry. We're gonna make it. We're gonna feel better. And I just wanted to say a huge thanks to my moms and dad for being what they are, if you're a pain, and thanks to my little brother for caring and loving for me why I was really feeling down, and like they're also helping me right now because going back to a normal life, back to responsibility is not easy. The transition of being home and just focusing on your health and going back to a working life is not easy. So please take care of yourself and see you soon on another video on joanaswan. Thank you.